Call of Duty has been consistently over the course of time, guys, been innovating and evolving in a way in which I think a lot of us as fans are really enjoying. In some ways, guys, I think the community doesn't like some of the things that are happening or the things that have happened in the past with the Call of Duty franchise, but all in all, I think that we can all agree, whether you're a big fan, a fan that, is just kind of more casual, or you're not a fan at all, I think we can all agree that Call of Duty has been one of, if not the most consistent franchise in the entire world. And with that being said, I want to talk about this talks and the consideration of Call of Duty going completely free to play. I'm not talking a free to play weekend, guys. I'm not talking about Call of Duty Warzone being free to play for everyone, which of course is the Battle Royale mode. I'm talking Call of Duty going into this business model, changing up their formula once again to a completely free to play experience. So let's talk about it. Guys, there's been a number of leaks, lots of rumors on the future of Call of Duty, where it's going. A Call of Duty Black Ops title is pretty much inevitable at this point, coming out this year, and we're waiting to hear more details on that, and I'll definitely keep you guys all up to speed as that information comes out. But set in the Cold War of the talks, Black Ops 5 or just a Black Ops reboot is what the title apparently will be. And there's also talk that after Call of Duty Black Ops, the next Sledgehammer game is the one that's going to be 100% free to play. Now, this is just a rumor, guys, that's going around, and I want to give you guys my thoughts on it. Call of Duty, guys, has been the king of gaming for a long time. And when I say king of gaming, I'm not saying just, viewership on Twitch or, viewership on YouTube videos and things of that nature. I'm talking as a whole, guys. Call of Duty has been the best-selling game every single year, and it just continues to be this juggernaut of a franchise for Activision. Now, what would a free-to-play experience for Call of Duty mean? Well, obviously, that year that they made a free-to-play game, obviously it wouldn't be selling copies necessarily, like digital copies and things of that nature. However, they would obviously go into a format similar to maybe like Fortnite, Apex Legends, and even Call of Duty Warzone, where you can buy customizable cosmetic items and such, and have, a bunch of different forms of microtransactions, which is justified because it's a free-to-play experience. So, will this happen? Well, I think that this is definitely going to be somewhat of an experiment for Activision. Think of it like this, guys. You had Call of Duty Blackout came out. They had tried, free-to-play weekends for Black Ops 4 and Blackout, and they're kind of dipping their toes in it. They're kind of testing the waters. See what happens, as they release these games, and, okay, this versus that. So, okay, we're going to do free-to-play versus, pay-to-play, and we're going to see what we make more money from. It's all about money at the end of the day, guys, with these, Fortune 500 companies. Let's just, be real about it. And so what they're looking at is sales and versus, okay, like for digital items and, of course, also, physical copies that they're selling, versus that right now of, okay, free to play and we can make a lot of money just based on, cosmetic items in-game, making a free-to-play experience. And I think what Activision's going to find is they're going to make a lot more money if they do make it a free-to-play experience. Now, here's what I'm going to say. is I believe that eventually Call of Duty very well might go free-to-play completely, as in every title moving forward will be a free-to-play experience. However, I would say that the Black Ops title coming out this year will not be free-to-play. I'll say that maybe if they continue Blackout or something along those lines, then that will probably be free-to-play. The Battle Royale mode will be free-to-play. They'll have free-to-play weekends for Black Ops 5 or the Black Ops reboot, whatever they call it. And then when the Sledgehammer title comes out, because it's maybe not going to be as big of a title, maybe it'll be a little bit smaller than Modern Warfare and Black Ops. Those sub-series in the overall franchise Call of Duty are the biggest, obviously. So let's just say Sledgehammer comes out with an Advanced Warfare 2, which obviously I don't think they're going to do that. But let's just say, for the sake of conversation, that they decide to go with Advanced Warfare 2 or a completely new IP. They make it free to play. And they test it out. They see, okay, we're going to have an experience where it's going to be maybe like Black Ops 4, where it's just a multiplayer experience, essentially, maybe a Battle Royale mode, and it's basically just all in on multiplayer, and they see how well it does as far as from a download perspective, and then of course buying cosmetic items and such, and see how it goes. Because I think that the shareholders with Activision at this point, they're expecting significant sales every single year, but what Activision's doing strategically is they're looking at this from the perspective of, okay, if we slowly kind of go into a free-to-play mentality, we have time to show the shareholders of the company that, look, this business model also works. Going free to play, you can actually have the potential to make a lot more money than if you were to, say, sell the game at $60, per copy per year. So I think that there's a real possibility, guys, that it will go free to play, at least for one title. Now, long term, it's hard to say, guys. It all really depends on what happens in the gaming industry. Is Call of Duty still as popular as it is right now? I think a free-to-play would actually just continue blowing Call of Duty up in massive proportions. I mean, think about it, guys. Call of Duty Warzone was #1 on Twitch for a long time, and that's something that is, that's a big deal, right? And so I think that when you look at the free-to-play versus, pay-to-play, I think the free-to-play is what, when people look at that, they say, oh, this is free. And then they obviously have more of an, inclination to go ahead and pay for stuff in-game because they're playing the game for free, right? And so I think you have to kind of look at those couple of things. And a free-to-play market, guys, is very powerful. We've seen it with Fortnite, Apex Legends. You're seeing it obviously now with Call of Duty Warzone. And the list goes on, and I think it's going to get bigger and bigger as time goes. But with that being said, guys, I think we will see a free-to-play title in the near future. Absolutely. People have asked me my thoughts on it. I do think we're going to get a free-to-play title. It won't be one of the big ones, I think. I don't think it's going to be Modern Warfare or Black Ops. I don't think it's going to be one of those two sub-series. It's going to be a different one. Whether you're talking like Ghost 2, which we've talked about on the YouTube channel, which lots of people want, Advanced Warfare 2, which obviously is a little bit more unpopular than Ghost 2, or if it's just a completely new IP, something brand new that they want to try with Sledgehammer Games, they might very well make it free-to-play to see how it goes. But with that being said, though, would you guys want to see Call of Duty go completely free? And you obviously have to, you got to be honest with yourselves. When you look at this from the perspective of a massive company, a corporation here that's looking at ways that not only that they can bring us great experiences, but ways that they can, make money and be able to support making, more games in the future. Think of it from that perspective as well, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And for more Call of Duty content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.